Hello, everyone. This is Tariq Johnson reporting from Youth Ops Magazine. Welcome to the National Nalia Day Reports. November 3rd is National Nalia Day. On this day, BGLO members have been issued the challenge to wear their Nalia or organization colors proudly all day. This purpose of Nalia Day is to show our communities how sororities and fraternities give added value in society and across the nation in our respective communities. More importantly, they not only step or party, they vote. With the founding of the first African American fraternity in 1906, the fraternity and sorority system in our communities have helped improve daily living when it comes to education, skill and job development, and health-related projects. Many of these members serve as teachers, clergy, government officials, and business leaders in everyday life. To see BGLO members collectively wearing their NAIA on November 3rd will not only make a statement to their mission and aim, but will also serve as a visual reminder to young people like me that the act of voting is something to be taken seriously. Today, I have a member from one organization here to talk about who he will be wearing on November 3rd. But first, let's learn from him why voting is so important and how his organization has educated the masses on why vote and embracing the power of the vote. Hello, Brian Compton. We are happy to have you with us today. First, tell us why voting is important to you and how has your organization influenced you and others about the power of voting?
Well, to answer your first question, I'm sure I'm going to piggyback on a lot of things that have been expressed, not just by myself, but previous D9 members and organizations that you've interviewed, I'm sure, and that is the power of the vote, the importance it played, and how we got to this point, which will start back to where our ancestors had to fight and pay a very dear price for the opportunity for us to have the power to vote. The slavery days all the way now to current will never be overlooked. We have to embrace it and understand the price that was paid for us to have this blessing and opportunity to be able to vote, to have a voice here now, especially in the midst of these unprecedented times that we're in. I think the power and the magnitude and the importance and the value of what not just the vote, but the Afro-American vote plays right now during these current times that we're in is, I can't even tell you how important that is. And I think that it's vital that we, as Afro-Americans, as D9 members, stress the importance for us to get out and vote and make a difference and let our voice be heard this year, especially in this particular election. And not only this one, but also elections to come. In order for change to come, we have to take action. To answer the second part of your question, in regards to my fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, founded January 9th, 1914, Howard University by three of my brothers, A. Langston Taylor, Charles R. Brown, and Leonard F. Morse, all paved the pathway for us as Sigma men to be able to exemplify not only to our organization brothers, but to the youth, the pathway, the importance of culture for service and service for humanity, which is, the mottos that we carry as part of our great organization. We don't just say these words, we mean it. The fraternity has always been active in the communities. This coming election is going to be very, very important for Phi Beta Sigma Express, especially after the passing of our late brother, John Lewis. Like I said, who's been a great activist. You hear the term good trouble. This man paid dues for civil rights, voting rights. He made sure that his voice was heard. And by him being a great member of our fraternity, I think this year in particular, we're taking it on our shoulders to make sure that Phi Beta Sigma as an organization is not only just represented, but our voice is heard on a magnified level because of the loss that we took fraternally, but in part because embracing the change that that man made, as well as other leaders and previous fraternity members as well. Not just, I speak directly of Phi Beta Sigma because that's what I'm in, but all these organizations right now have prolific leaders in the past and currently. I mean, shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha. We know what's taking place with them right now in the presidency run. So that's what Phi Beta Sigma has done and is continuing to do. So you will see us in numbers. When you see the royal blue and white represented, I'm pretty sure you'll know it's a Sigma.
Those are some great points that you have made. My classmates and peers have learned some great things from you, from what you have stated today. Thank you. Now for our second question. What are you wearing now, and what and who will you be wearing on November 3rd?
Well, right now I'm wearing my Phi Beta Sigma sun visor, representing the greatest fraternity on the planet, as we all Sigma men would say. As far as what I will be wearing the day of voting, I will most likely be in my Phi Beta Sigma vote t-shirt, either at a poll or I'll be working with my local church in order to make sure that the Black vote is accounted for, making sure we're bringing awareness to what's going on currently in society. And as I said earlier, stressing the importance of the Afro-American vote, not just this year, but all years going forward, and the price that was paid in order for us to be able to represent on voting day as well as National Nalia Day.
Those are some great points and choices. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I would like to thank our special guest for sharing his words of wisdom. Thank you, Brian Compton. You have certainly inspired us all today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, and I wish you well.
You're welcome. This is Tariq Johnson reporting from the Youth Ops magazine. Make sure to tune in to our next segment of the National Nalia Day reports with my junior colleagues and I. Until then, when it comes to November 3rd, start thinking about who will you be wearing?